This video is sponsored by Denimax Sensors and Software, digital x-ray sensors that are super affordable, very well priced, and also have excellent quality. Check them out if you may be needing some new x-ray sensors for your practice soon. A notable survey reported by Forbes, CBS, and multiple other prominent news outlets concluded that the average American, approximately 6 out of every 10, would be unable to cover a surprise cost of $500 or more. A bill of that magnitude would either result in the need for them to take on debt, or the cost would be a non-starter for them altogether, and they would just avoid whatever it was that cost $500. But the savings, the money in the bank, was not there for them. How far does $500 get you at the dentist? I think you guys already know the answer to that. Not even 1 crown, maybe a couple of fillings. Think about the size of your typical treatment plan. The dentist is too expensive is something that I think we've all heard from our patients many times, probably every day. Some, not all dentists, will kind of roll their eyes at that statement and make a comment like, well, I see that new iPhone. The dentist says if they can afford that, they can afford their treatment plan. It's all about priorities. And yes, the iPhone costs over $1,000, but the iPhone buyer also utilizes oftentimes debt via the form of a payment plan to get that phone. Okay, very few people in general just buy an iPhone with cash. Most of them go on a phone payment plan. The phone provides them entertainment, communication, information, Uber, and almost everything their heart desires. The phone sells itself. And for many people, it honestly does have more value and add more value to their life than the value of a single tooth. You can debate back and forth the value of iPhones versus dental care all day long. That will be another article or another video. But the point of this video and this article is to acknowledge that for the average American patient, it is a debate. When you are presenting your treatment plan with a $600 copay, there's a good chance, 6 out of 10, that not only will this expense completely drain your patient's bank account, but it will also send them into debt. Upon completion of your dental exam, you know what the patient needs to maintain oral health and reach their ideal oral health state. Cost aside, their teeth need what their teeth need. But from a human empathy point of view, does it change the dialogue? Does it change the conversation? Does it change any sense of compassion towards the patient when you know that the cost to fix their teeth would drain their bank account to zero for roughly 6 in 10 of them? Change the numbers and keep the ratio for yourself mentally. Think of the number that's in your bank account currently. Would you be willing to take that number to zero for a crown on a posterior tooth? A tooth that nobody can even see. Virtually 100% of dentists are insulated from the financial struggles of the average American that we're talking about because of the income stability, income levels that being a dentist does provide. Many dentists may be numb to the reality of what financial hardship is even like or even feels like. Many dentists live in upper class or middle upper class, or upper middle class neighborhoods, and they have social circles of the like and are isolated from even having the conversations or even having encounters in their personal lives with people who don't have $500. So this doesn't seem real to them. There's a report published by the ADA that states 85% of people believe that dental care is very important. But just over 50 to 60% of people actually go to a dentist, depending on the year. Almost half of the population does not see a dentist yearly. So maybe, just maybe, I know it's a crazy idea, but maybe the patient saying their treatment plan is too expensive doesn't mean they don't value dental care. Maybe it doesn't mean they don't value skills. Maybe it does for some of them. But maybe it also could mean they don't have $500. Maybe paying that $500 to you means that their bank account goes to zero, and that is scary for them. Maybe more scary than getting the shot in the mouth, or maybe more scary than losing the tooth. Maybe you practice in Beverly Hills or Orange County or another high-income city, high-income zip code, And the cost of routine dental copays really, truly, even fee-for-service out-of-pocket cost, really, truly is not a game changer for your patient. And maybe they are, being cheap or not just caring about their teeth. But maybe you practice in an average income American town, and it is a barrier. Charts like the one we've all seen, where there's like a healthy tooth and then a cavity getting bigger, 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 and it shows the cost getting more expensive over time. Like a filling is cheaper than a crown, is cheaper than endo. And then it shows us more neglect, the care becomes more expensive. Those charts always universally leave off one thing, which is the cheapest option of all. So yes, cost increases as neglect increases, but there is a certain point with a tooth where the cost drops down if you wait and neglect long enough, and that's simply having the tooth extracted. Extraction is cheaper than a filling. Simple extraction is cheaper than a filling. It's cheaper than a crown. It's cheaper than endo. But that option is always left off these diagrams. But that option happens very often in the average American town. The city I practice in has a very average household income of just under $70,000 a year. And it is rare, honestly, that I see and meet a new patient to my practice above around the age of 35 that still has all of their teeth. There's also a slew of other economic barriers to entry to dental care besides the cost of treatment, which can easily amount to several $1,000s very quickly in a mouth that has not been maintained properly. One could suspect that if $500 is a barrier, money is pretty important and pretty tight. So how much more money has the patient lost by taking off work that day so that they could come see the dentist? How much of that $500 have they spent on a babysitter so that they could come see you? Wait, they need to come back for another appointment? And take another day off of work? Well, you're only open 9 to 5, Monday through Thursday? Maybe I'll just wait until it hurts. If you like my videos and my content, please invite your other dental friends, dentists, dental students to join the Practice Biopsy group. This is just to start a dialogue. There's going to be a lot of different perspectives on this. This is a point that isn't often placed into our conversation, so I just wanted to drop this in, maybe get some thoughts going. All right, guys, bye.